Warning: the following video might contain some materials that may not be suitable for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Does anybody remember that ad called Piracy, It's a Crime? You know, with the famous "you want to steal a car" phrase and that rock and roll music. It was even a warning about downloading pirated films. I've seen this ad on many DVDs from my childhood, such as Ice Age, Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Simpsons movie, Trolls, The Magic of the Five, Surf's Up, Monster House, and much more. You get the rest. But I haven't told you a story that I discovered recently. Get ready as I tell you. It was one Saturday morning, and I was walking in town to grab some groceries. I noticed the market was open. I feel interest in cruising around the market, so I didn't bother. I went over to the DVD court to find some DVDs I might like, whether they were shows from my childhood or DVDs after my childhood that I want. My finger hovered around many of the DVD boxes until I noticed a very familiar sight. It was a Piracy is a Crime DVD, but as an extended cut. It featured the 4 known crimes as seen in the ad, such as stealing a car, a handbag, a television, and DVD, with the girl on the computer in the center. Luckily, I brought my wallet with me in case I want to buy anything for myself. I talked to the man at the court, and he said it was only $7.95. I paid for the DVD. Before I left, the man said something. You might want to get rid of this DVD soon. It has a very disturbing imagery that you might not handle. I advise you to not post it online. I walk home, not bothering to grab my own groceries. I informed my mom that I got home safe and show her the DVD. It seems to ring a bell to me, she said. I was quite surprised that she remembered the anti-piracy ad. I went back to my room to open up the DVD and insert it into my Xbox One. The DVD opened with the language selection from many Warner Brothers DVDs with a piracy ad. I selected the option Australia, since I'm an Australian myself. Once I selected it, a warning came up. This extended cut of the piracy ad has been created for horror movies in cinemas in 2005, before it got removed in late 2008. The content you are about to see will be very disturbing and not eligible for children to view. Viewer discretion is advised. I already put the worried look on my face. Ah, crap. I gotta watch this, I groaned. That started with a teenage girl on a computer, as usual, and she was trying to download a pirated movie. The ad cut to the first phrase, which was, "You want to steal a car," smashing onto the screen. It showed a teenage boy or a man trying to steal a car with an unknown tool. Digging into the window, he succeeded in opening the car door to seemingly hijack it. The second phrase, smashing, saying, "You want to steal a handbag," it showed a woman at the restaurant looking at the menu, before a man walked up and stole her handbag from her chair, as she didn't notice it at all. The third phrase came in. It read, "You want to steal a television." A man handed a large television to another man through the window, as the second man walked away with it. Notice the fact nobody noticed him with the television. Then it showed the last clip of this trailer. You want to steal a movie? Yeah. Then it showed the last clip of this trailer. You want to steal a movie? It showed the interior of a DVD store as a man took a DVD from a shelf and stuck it into his jacket. But instead of reversing the crime scenes, the ad showed more crimes, and sweet Jesus, were they messed up. It showed text smashing onto the screen saying, "You want to steal flesh," but the font was in red, and in the blue and red police light like flashing background, and his face with blood splattering around. The eyes widened seeing that horrible screen. My eyes widened even more seeing that next clip. This clip showed a man sitting next to another person, but he was dead, presumably murdered by the living man. The man cut the flesh of the deceased man's right arm before eating it. He even laughed like a madman while pulling a slasher smile. "Holy shit," I whispered. This so-called extended cut just got horrified. The next clip showed text saying, "You want to steal a corpse." A woman's corpse was shown lying next to a fridge, before the camera panned to another man in the shadows with white eyes glowing, presumably the woman's murderer. He then ran up to her and picked her up by the arms and hid her in his bedroom wardrobe, or closet for my American readers. Another piece of text crashed in reading, "You want to steal a bone?" It showed a person's damaged arm with bones exposed before a man came into the shot and grabbed it. He then fed his pet dog the bone, but the dog turned out to be vicious as his teeth were razor sharp and his eyes were red. The last clip showed, and dear God, it was messed up. It showed text entitled, "You want to steal a chainsaw." The final scene showed a woodman about to chop down a tree before another man ran up from behind him and got in a tug of war with the man up for the weapon before he stabbed the woodman in the chest with a chainsaw before running away with it. Then the ad showed all the crime clips in reverse at fast speed before it contained the words, "Downloading pirated films is stealing," but in the blood splatter background. It showed the girl still in the computer waiting for the pirated film to be downloaded. As that played, it showed back and forth moments of more words. "Stealing is against the law," crashing onto the screen, and the girl downloaded the movie. The girl then canceled the download of the pirated film and got out of her desk and grabbed her backpack. The music stopped playing once she sat up and the clip played at normal speed. The girl disappeared from the room. It showed the bedroom for about 5 seconds. And those seconds were up. The song was suddenly interrupted by a blood-cluttering shriek coming from the girl, and stabbing sounds were heard. The shrieking stopped, and it cut to the last shot of the trailer where it showed the title of the PSA, "Piracy. It's a crime." The text was normal, colored in white, but it was in a blood splatter background. I had a blank look on my face after seeing that horrible ordeal. I feel like vomiting seeing that graphic imagery. The PSA finally ended showing a black screen with the sound of a door slamming as heard in this music. It showed a black screen for 10 seconds, and I was just sitting on my couch, wondering if something else will happen. Apparently, something did. The black screen was interrupted by an image of a man cosplaying as a pirate in black and white effects, with a loud, blood-curdling scream of a female. That appealing image scared the absolute crap out of me. I screamed really loud in shock and fell from behind my couch. The PSA ended for real this time. I was hyperventilating really heavily due to the delivery of that sudden jump scare. No one came to my room and asked me what I was screaming about. I told her I was screaming, so I put the DVD back to my Xbox One to provide evidence. Once she saw the abnormal extended cut, she was appalled as well as I was. Look, it was still 10 a.m., so my mom and I got in the car to return the DVD to the market. Long after I took pictures of evidence, the man who gave me the DVD sincerely apologized for selling us the DVD, and my mom and I were kind enough to forgive him for this mistake. He then told us he will destroy the DVD, which he presumably did. That night, had many nightmares about the ad. Had nightmares about the 4 men killing me the same ways they did to those victims. But the worst nightmare I had was the pirate at the end who stared at me while I was sleeping. Before he tilted his head from left to right with a cracking sound, and he vanished. And when he's gone, I heard a heart beating. Then he flashed out of nowhere with a woman's shriek and killed me pulling the slasher smile. What does the piracy ad have to do with horror? Who is responsible for making this? So that was Piracy, It's a Crime. And my final thoughts on the story, well, it's actually pretty good, and let's just say that this is actually kind of better than those damn THX creepypasta, since, they're good at first, and it's kind of get a little bit stale afterwards. With multiple stories, I felt like it's been copy and paste, tweet, over and over and over and over and over again. But here, at least it's kind of a bit original, since, those piracy PSAs are kind of a little bit kind of scary, but imagine an extended cut is a thing. Yeah, that's gonna cause lots of backlash from parents. If those are put in horror movies, if kids that just sneakily watch. But anywho, at least there's no there's a lot of the cliches, a lot of unexpected jump scares and the red eyes, things with glowing red eyes, like that dog at some point in this creepypasta, and yeah, it's a pretty good creepypasta. It was pretty much will be remembered more than those THX creepypastas, but yeah. Hope you guys have a pretty good day, and see you for more videos. So, goodbye. Well, can't wait to watch freaking Team America and Robots again, just to see that freaking Piracy DVD PSA. and I ain't afraid of that anymore since you know I'm a I'm a brave man, and I'm brave enough to watch those these piracy PSAs that was shown on those DVDs. So yeah, well, I'm officially out.